Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Wrestling Unlimited. So since this Friday and Friday Night Smackdown, the biggest thing any wrestling fan has really been talking about is Cody Rhodes is being screwed. The Rock stole his match, and what the hell does all this really mean? With that, Fightful actually got some more backstage reactions regarding the situation with Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and The Rock coming out of this Friday's Smackdown as they write the following. 2 days after the Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and Rock saga, it's still a hot topic online and within the company. Sources we spoke to said that Cody Rhodes was professional backstage around the situation. It probably seems somber in retrospect now that many know what was happening. WWE had definitely taken note of posts that highlighted polls, dislikes on social media, and mainstream coverage. There is no way we can rule out this potentially being a work from the start or becoming one. We'll continue to get reactions and news from within the company. The reactions we garnered from additional WWE talent and staff is a little adjusted today from what we heard initially, as many in the company think that WWE either had motives or may course correct. Please note that these are opinions of those within the company, not reports of adjusted creative plans. One source said, quote, "Well, this is preferable to the coverage of Vince McMahon, but that's not going anywhere either. At least with this, there can be peaks and valleys, and some sane people can justify it. With the coverage we are getting last week, it was all negative." This was a sentiment echoed by many, with one saying, quote, "Maybe the company prefers to appear inept than malice by proxy of Vince." There are some in WWE we spoke to that were in denial over the situation being as one-sided as it was, both in online reactions and the live reaction at live events. Most understood the gravity of the situation, and several pointed to the fact that nothing had been officially announced. We did hear from a couple of talent that didn't seem as doom and gloom as others. One top talent said, quote, "I think Rock vs. Roman is a great match to have at Mania. Fans are excited, and Cody will still get a huge match, and all this will do is make the fans rally behind him even more coming out of it anyways, so it's still fine." Another newer WWE talent said, quote, "Dwayne is impossible to dislike if you meet him, and I think that a lot of what he's built himself on would be undermined by actually going through with something like this. If you listen to so many of the things he's said, especially to people like me, it just makes me think that it won't happen the way it appears." To be clear, people within the company are under the impression Rock vs. Roman and Seth Rollins vs. Cody Rhodes are planned for WrestleMania matches. But top matches at WrestleMania have been changed multiple times within a couple of months of WrestleMania. It's pro wrestling, and anything is possible. There's one wrestler who told us that they believe this week will be a big test. Quote, "Rock got cheered at Smackdown and booed on the screen at the house show. They'll show it on screen at Raw. Then the presser in Vegas, and Smackdown will be telling. Will he even be around for Smackdown? I don't know. No talent or staff we've spoken to is concerned on how Cody Rhodes will come out of this, as they all seem to expect him to roll with the punches." Another talent said, quote, "I know Dwayne, like I think I know him. Perception is very important to him, so I think the chances are high that he takes this head on and addresses it in some capacity." When we asked a higher up if there are any issues with Reigns or Rollins taking shots at each other's championships, the higher up said, quote, "Look who we're in business with now. That happens all the time. One champion has a reason their title is more valid than another's. Perception is reality in this kind of situation. We definitely want to create that discussion. Do you value the guy who isn't around as much and beat everyone? Or do you value the guy who was around all the time and Roman didn't actually beat? It's not an accident." So it sounds like some people think that The Rock is not going to want to come out as the bad guy here. Not going to want to look like I weaseled my way in and took Cody's match that everyone was expecting him to get, that he was expecting to get, that they thought was the plan. And if that's the case, then maybe, and this is just me spitballing, maybe they do course correct here and it's not going to be Roman versus Rock and it's something else. I don't know if they would go triple threat route, especially since Cody already said, "I want your title, but not at WrestleMania." How do they backtrack on that? How do they go back on that unless they do some big thing on Raw or SmackDown or at the press conference where Cody goes, "I was leaning towards Seth because Seth had some really good, reasons for me to challenge him. But when I saw all those fans say, no, we want you to finish the story, I knew what my decision had to be." Because remember, Rock never said, "I'm challenging you, Roman." And Cody never said, "I'm challenging Seth." So they can course correct here, with Cody still coming out as, well, I have a decision to make, and it's all on me. But with that, if we do hear anything further as we creep closer to tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw, where Cody Rhodes will take on Shinsuke Nakamura in a bull rope match, and maybe address this situation on Raw, we'll have it for you right here. Pro Wrestling Unlimited.